All right, so in a moment of crisis, the rival networks ESPN and Fox are putting their rivalry to the side for the betterment of Clutch Sports and all things LeBron James. As of the recording of this video, it's been nearly 12 hours since the beginning of NBA free agency signings, but no one is still signed to LeBron. And I know a lot of LeBron fans are pointing out that there are some teams willing to sign him, and that's true, but none of those teams can offer him a shot at a championship or a big contract. That's the holdup. That's why this is taking so long and dragging out. Because LeBron wants to win a championship or get a max deal, in which he ain't getting either one. And ESPN knows that, which is why they're desperate to help LeBron get signed into the right situation, which is why they continue to cap for him and convey to the masses that half the teams in the league are eagerly trying to sign him in an attempt to drive up his bargaining price. And they also peddle this fabricated nonsense about how LeBron was the one to leave the Lakers and not the other way around.
Is taking his talents elsewhere. He has told the Lakers, feel free to move on. He is moving on. He will play next year, but he will not be returning to the Los Angeles Lakers.
And to prove that point, even had Ramona Shelburne write an article on the front page of their website, why LeBron broke up with the Lakers first. And it is so long, pointless, and boring. Seems like something better suited for a gossip column than a sports page. I couldn't even finish reading it. But we know who did, Mr. Colin Cowherd from Fox, who promoted her article on his show and joined forces in an attempt to help the right team give LeBron the kind of deal that he's looking for. I made a couple videos last week covering Colin Cowherd and his behind-the-scenes association with Klutch, if you want to check those out. And you're about to see it on full display here as well. And you're going to see clips from others associated with Klutch echoing all the same sentiments as Colin here. Clutch Sports, ESPN, and Fox really are like a well-oiled machine of manipulation.
So Ramona Shelburne is a great reporter that covers the NBA and a lot of Lakers stuff. And so she has a really interesting story today. And I'm just going to give you the two things, two biggest things to put my arms around here to simplify it, because I strongly encourage you to go read it.
I strongly encourage you don't.
She says about LeBron and the Lakers, he might have been willing to take a pay cut from $52.5 million he'd made the season before, sources told Ramona, if the Lakers explained how they planned on relocating the money.
That is such BS. You know, there was not a snowball's chance in hell of him not squeezing out as much money from that contract as he could. And Colin knows it too. This is straight up manipulation and trying to portray LeBron as the good guy. That's all ESPN and Klutch have been doing this entire offseason. That's why they won't stop talking about him.
Okay. The second thing, it was the final year of an 8-year marriage that was often transactional and cold.
Transactional and cold? Are you serious right now? This is what you're trying to sell to the public? That a relationship between an athlete and the organization, paying said athlete $40 to $50 million a year, isn't as romantic as it should be? Was Rob Pelinka supposed to take LeBron out and have date night once a week or something? Was that a stipulation in the contract? It's a business relationship, not a marriage. And does Jeannie Buss look cold towards LeBron?
And I think Ramona nailed it. We talked about this. Maybe I'm saying that because I agree with her, but I said this last week. This was not a love affair.
It's not supposed to be a love affair. If it was a love affair, it would be inappropriate. You see the blatant manipulation? And the media has done this for LeBron James's entire career, and that's why we enjoy watching him fail.
It was transactional.
Transactional? Oh, you mean like the way LeBron left Cleveland in 2010 to go to Miami? And then when the going got tough in 2014, left Miami to go back to Cleveland. And then in 2018, when there was adversity and left Cleveland to go to LA. But now I guess it's just transactional when business decisions are made against you instead of for you. And you know what's ironic and hilarious? Had LeBron stayed in Cleveland instead of jumping ship, they likely would have won the 2019 championship since KD got hurt. And then KD left the Warriors, and the Cavs very well may have won beyond the 2019 championship had LeBron simply stayed the course and not run like a coward. He likely would have caught up with Kobe and Duncan, and possibly even Mike. But LeBron's a quitter and a coward, and that's why he never went on to become what the league was hoping for.
The interesting part of this is when Ramona reports, according to her sources, that LeBron was willing to take a pay cut, but LeBron wanted to see how the money was being spent. And the Lakers are like, we're not going through you anymore. We're going to spend it how we want to spend it. And LeBron took that as things have changed.
You think? Wow. Guess you know now how Dan Gilbert felt in 2010. LeBron doesn't like it when the shoe's on the other foot. Narcissists never do.
But my question was always, do the Lakers have the courage to move off LeBron? Because LeBron's people were like, okay, I'll take the cut. What are you doing with it? And that may have worked 5 years ago. But now it was, no, we're not going to ask you for permission to make moves on Walker Kessler. We like him. We're buying him. So this always felt like LeBron and the Lakers were creating an alliance.
Wow. What a revelation. That a worker in a business sign a contract, fulfill the contract, and then go their separate ways. I never knew how truly sinister Rob Pelinka was. Thanks, LeBron, for bringing the truth to light. And of course, you had other ESPN pundits and Klutch agents following orders and parroting the exact same talking points. ESPN, Fox, and Klutch all working together in perfect unison.
Too much. You heard the news over a couple of hours ago that LeBron James is taking his talents elsewhere.
That he want to go win. LeBron plays with one incentive on his mind, and that's winning. You're not going to be able to pay me. There's not going to be a harmony in the situation for me. So now I can go into the next situation wholeheartedly knowing I'm going to do this and take a pay cut to go out here and get a win done.
We saw numerous reports. We speculated about a return to Cleveland. We speculated about a return to Miami once they acquired Giannis. Now, just yesterday, you hear this noise about Golden State. So, Amon Shumpert, what's the ideal landing spot for LeBron in your eyes then?
He knows there's no good options for LeBron at this point, but now that he works at ESPN, he has to try to sell hope as best he can.
I just feel like Golden State actually makes the most sense.
If Golden State is what makes the most sense, then you really know LeBron is cooked.
The Lakers are stupid for not wanting him. They are dumb. They did not value what LeBron James brought to that team. That is their loss. But I would think 20-plus teams in the NBA would take LeBron in a heartbeat on their roster because he's one of the best basketball players in the league. He can help you in the short term to compete for a championship. But Rick did have a funny bit at the end of the show where he basically said he doesn't buy that all these teams are wanting LeBron. I think you're insane if you think these teams don't want LeBron.
Rick Bucher says Lakers plan on getting rid of LeBron ever since they acquired Luka, and he finds it funny his exit was framed as LeBron telling the Lakers he was leaving. Look, he's never been a LeBron fan, and that's fine. Mm-hmm. But I think, to go out here and try to frame it like this, he just tell them, I'm not coming back. They knew that. They had offered him something. Look, I don't know. And it says now that LeBron would take, minimum, whatever the case may be. LeBron knew there was not 50, Joe, he knew there was not 30, 40, $50 million out there for him. Best case scenario, you're talking about maybe 15, maybe somebody could give you 20. That's max.
Mm-hmm.
He knew that.
No, LeBron wanted a max contract from the Lakers in the 2026-27 season, and you know that. You're just trying to portray LeBron as the good guy and the Lakers as the villain.
You think he knew that?
See, look how Joe Johnson's looking because he knows LeBron wanted the max. This guy played in the league for close to 20 years during LeBron's era. So he knows LeBron's mentality, which is why he's skeptical of what Shannon just said.
Yes. Now, he probably could go somewhere, a Sacramento, and get big bucks.
The only reason why I say that because when I think about LeBron, Uncle Ocho, I really don't think he thinks it's a player out there that's better than him or more cerebral than him, more important than him if you add him to it.
So in other words, he knows exactly how arrogant LeBron is.
There's not.
Of course, that's what Shannon would say.